When I started the Whitetail Institute, I was determined to develop the absolute best clover possible, one that was specifically designed for whitetail deer and their own very, very unique needs. Now, we first looked at what characteristics this clover should have. Most clover species have a maximum protein content of about 20%. We wanted a clover that was at least 30% protein. We wanted the clover to withstand adverse growing conditions like drought and extreme cold temperatures. Also, it needed to grow almost all year round, producing tons and tons of forage, and most importantly, be extremely attractive to deer.
The Whitetail Institute began a testing process with over 100 different clover varieties. After planting each of the clovers at testing facilities, we selectively crossbred them and then selected the offspring that best exhibited the traits we were looking for. Those traits included early seedling vigor, high nutritional content, drought tolerance, disease resistance, cold tolerance, and of course, attractiveness to whitetails. Deer were also closely monitored in the wild deer research area to see which clover plants the deer preferred. The plants that showed the best results were isolated and intercrossed. The offspring of this cross-pollination were then planted and the best selected in the same manner. This cyclic process went on for 7 years until we ended up with a product that combined the exact characteristics we wanted. The resulting highly selected clover makes up the backbone of Imperial Whitetail Clover. This development process is one of the main reasons why Imperial Whitetail Clover is superior to all other clover products. Because it's the only clover that has ever been developed specifically for whitetail deer.
We were able to achieve protein levels as high as 30 to 35%. That's for the entire year. And as far as attractiveness to deer, there is no other forage clover or product that is more attractive to deer on a year-round basis than Imperial Whitetail Clover. I guarantee it. It remains to this day the only forage product available that was bred specifically for wild whitetail deer. And we didn't stop there. Even with our successes, we continually improve Imperial Clover through constant research and testing.
Ray Scott had the idea and vision that Dr. Wiley Johnson put into action over 20 years ago. As the Institute's first director of forage research, Dr. Johnson developed Advantage and Insight clovers, which are the backbone perennial clovers of Imperial Whitetail Clover. And let's be clear, these clovers were not designed for cattle or hay as most other clovers are. Advantage and Insight was specifically bred for whitetail deer food plots. Dr. Johnson started the development of these clovers by gathering over 100 different types from all over the world. Over the next 7 years, he cross-pollinated the best resulting offspring until one satisfied his research goals. These goals were unmatched attractiveness to deer, seedling vigor, high tonnage, high protein for antler growth, exceptional heat, drought, and cold tolerance, and year-round availability.
As you can see, Whitetail Institute products are far more than just a randomly selected seed thrown into a bag and sold on the marketplace. Because of this, the success of our products in the field is second to none. In fact, since 1988, hundreds of thousands of deer hunters across the nation have seen the results of the Whitetail Institute's products and what they can produce. Now look, don't take my word for it. Here are just some of our customers and what they have to say.
Gary Chamblee of Alabama writes, Imperial Whitetail Clover is the best product ever developed to draw deer in and promote healthy herds. You can quote me on that. Ken Asher of Indiana writes, my Imperial Whitetail Clover field produced a huge buck with a 22-inch inside spread. Thanks for such a great product. Stephen Moak of Missouri writes, since using your Imperial Whitetail Clover, we've consistently taken heavier-bodied and higher-scoring bucks. These are only a few examples of satisfied customers that are growing bigger bucks and improving the quality of their deer herd with Whitetail Institute products. As a matter of fact, Imperial Whitetail products are the most widely used and trusted whitetail deer food plot products in the world. But at the Institute, we don't believe that there is one single magic seed. Imperial Whitetail Clover is the best clover product on the market, but conditions such as soil type, climate, and the lack of the ability for good soil preparation may make clover a difficult planting under certain conditions. This is why our research staff continually strives to develop products to meet the specific demands of our customers.